How's it? Welcome back to the channel. So I had a great comment come in on the video I posted yesterday, which was a video I made in response to another comment I got on one of my other posts where the guy was saying he's mindfully following the falling asleep process, but then once the hypnagogic images start to come through and he sees it, seeing it causes him to wake back up out of it, black everything out, then he's going to start back at the beginning again. So the comment I got on yesterday's post was saying how you don't want to be looking at these hypnagogic images with your actual like eyes. You want to basically just like notice them and use like your third eye, I guess, for lack of a better term. So what are some things you can do to help there? Well, one is you can try this waking life practice of looking out at the world with a really soft gaze. So you don't really hold anything in focus. It's all a little bit kind of like blurred out. And you want to like basically like look at it as a whole, right? You're not trying to look at one specific spot. And then doing this practice, you can actually start to put that type of sight towards something with randomness, like a popcorn ceiling, or, tree bark or something like that, right? And if you hold that, very often you'll start to see at some point your brain will start just putting together the randomness into something where you might see like a face pop out in it. Then if you can see something like that pop out, then you can hold that image and kind of switch it to almost like a concentration exercise where you're holding the image of that face popping out in the randomness. And then if you try to look with your real physical eyes too much and bring it into focus, it disappears, right? Not too much unlike actually using one of these, or like the magic eye books from back in the day where, there's kind of two ways to do it. You can like hold it really close to your face and slowly pull it away, then the image can pop out, or you can kind of hold it further away and kind of like blur your eyes or cross-eye them a little bit, and then the image can pop out or sink in as well. And so same thing with this too. If the image pops out and you can't see it, once you try to look too much with your real physical eyes and bring it into focus, it all disappears. So once you kind of get used to this practice, you can then bring that same approach to falling asleep where, you're looking behind your closed eyes, you're keeping this really soft, wide gaze, but you want to simply notice any changes. So it's more you noticing versus you seeing. And for example, you might notice that behind your closed eyes, right, it's not uniform pitch blackness. Like very often some spots are a bit lighter than others. You might have like a kind of soft diffuse light in the middle. And another thing that can help here too, though, is instead of kind of focusing on trying to see what's behind your eyes, and this again can cause you to kind of look too much at your real eyes and not so much your third eye, and you can just follow something else. So like follow your breath, but then as you're following your breath, be focusing on noticing any changes that come up visually. And then you can even start to find certain types of images that you can kind of call up on command as you're drifting deeper into sleep or getting more relaxed. So like one for me that can pop up on command, basically once I get kind of quiet and settled in enough, is like a starry night sky type of scene. So it's not so much soft diffuse light, it's almost more like pinpoints of light all over the place. And very often too for me, and I think this is because like when you exhale, your heart rate slows down a little bit. When you inhale, it speeds up. So for me, the starry night sky always pops out first, as long as I'm paying close enough attention to notice it at the very bottom of my exhale. Then I'll inhale, sometimes it'll disappear, but no problem, just exhale again, try to find it. And then you just keep doing this up and down, right? And then eventually it starts to get more solid and stable. So maybe, at first the starry night sky is disappearing every time you inhale, but then as you get deeper into it, as you inhale, the starry night sky imagery can stay there. Exhale, it's there. Inhale, it's there. And then just like looking at the randomness of a popcorn ceiling or something, is you can start to see sometimes images pop out within this starry night sky. So same thing, like say you see like a face or some kind of silhouette, something pop out in there. Then you can hold your object of attention on that silhouette and basically start to build out the hypnagogia that way. So that's another thing that can help there. Give it a shot. Of course, if anybody has any follow-up questions or anything you want me to cover, feel free to reach out and keep the lucid dreaming practice legit.